Oh, yes, yes, yes. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show this morning. I know a lot of people are not expecting me to be here this morning, but for one, yes, we're here to bring you the show this morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us from across the country, especially to our silent listeners. In fact, the chairman of the Silent Listener Association was here on yesterday passing through. Professor Richmond Anderson, the former representative of District Number 12, Monserrato County, is the chairman of the Silent Listeners Association, and his position is at risk. Yes, his position is at risk. He risks losing his job because he just passed through yesterday, just like that. Normally, whenever a board member comes to the institution, you have to have a brief chat with, the leadership team. You can just come as board member and just pass through just like that. So as it is now, but if nothing is done by the end of this week, if we can have board meeting, we can have some discussion. By the end of this week, we will be advertising Professor Anderson's position so that we can have new chairman of the Silent Listener Association. And women are highly encouraged to go for this seat. So yes, good morning to all of you. Good morning, our friend David Coty. We are in the birth month of David Coty. So David Coty will be celebrating his birthday this month. So we will have to be remembering him from the beginning of the show because this man deserved to be celebrated. He's a good man, very compassionate about other people. He helps a lot of people despite being a good customer, but he's also a very good person. So David, we want to say good morning to you and happy pre-birthday to you. And to all of our other listeners and Liberians who are celebrating good things today. Congratulations to all of you. If you're celebrating your birthday, your wedding anniversary, whatever great occasion you are celebrating, I want to say we wish you well. So this is how we love to welcome you to the show this morning. A pleasant good morning to all of you across the country, our listeners who are always following this broadcast. Thanks for joining us. We're together up till 10 o'clock this morning. Good morning, Ansu.
Good morning, Marka, and let me say good morning to our people again. Good to be here, especially on the midweek edition of the True Breakfast Show. So I say good morning across the country. Good morning to those of you who are far outside the Bulldogs, Seven Africa, and Guinea this morning. We say good morning to you people. You are dying to Truth FM, listening to the morning broadcast program. I say good morning to you people. Good morning to our mom, our pop on the way to the market this morning, on the way to the rescue corner. I said, good morning to you people. Welcome. It is the midweek edition of the True Breakfast Show.
Yes, the midweek edition. Today is the 7th day of May 2025, and it's great to be here. And all of you who are distracting me this morning with different text messages, please, I don't want to bring issue here, please. So yes, again, we hope to have a wonderful time this morning. Our friend Blair Bobby Addison, thanks also for always being there, starting the show to the end, always sending the morning motivations. We are proud of you. Thank you so much for what you do. So I know a lot of people want me to say something about the Champions League semi-final match last night between FC Barcelona and Inter Milan. What can I say? But that's the football game. Anyone who is a true football fan will know that Barcelona is a very good team, a very strong team. Um, some of you did not even expect that we have come back from the two goal down and came back, took the lead, and unfortunately, football when you make mistakes, somebody will take advantage of your mistake. But that's what it is. So Inter Milan is a very strong team. They have the spirit, they have the strength and the resilience. So yes, they merge as the victorious side for the night. But even the players of Inter Milan know the quality of Barcelona. And I think despite not going through to the final, the Champions League final was played last night. That was the final. You can just know clearly that Inter Milan will win the Champions League next season. It's not a prediction, it's a scientific fact. Okay, it is a scientific fact. Inter Milan will win the Champions League. They played the final last night already. That was the final. If you are playing, um, if you are playing a match of that magnitude, you saw the kind of football that played last night, you can just tell that that was the final. So it was the final before the final. So you can just tell clearly that either Arsenal or PSG is not a match to Inter right now. The biggest football club in Europe this season is FC Barcelona. By eliminating Barcelona, it gave you clearly the way to win the Champions League. So that was last night was the final before the final, and I want to congratulate the resilience of the Barcelona team. Lamine Yamal, I think that young man deserved the Ballon d'Or, even without winning the Champions League. That boy is undoubtedly the best player on earth now. Yes, but whatever it is, that is football match. You could see that Inter could not outplay us, and they were just lucky. Yes, they were lucky to get the win. Uh, yes, we were very close to qualifying. But well, that is football. But I think Lamine Yamal deserved the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, and we want to say congratulations to Inter Milan fans. All of you, all the football fans around the world went beyond Inter Milan, and they were like, and the Madridistas are so they are so shameless. The Madrid fans, I don't know what kind of people are they. You have played Barcelona 3 times this season, you can't even find a draw, but you are jubilating for Inter Milan as if you are from Italy. Yeah, I'm disappointed, man. I'm absolutely disappointed. Yeah, they think yeah, man.
I
Yeah,
just,
but
I just, I just sitting by your laugh here.
yeah,
Laugh here. What?
yes,
The back of maintain the motivation
yeah,
speaker so.
yeah. But the thing, Barcelona is a young team. Look, Barcelona is a threat in Europe for the next 5 to 6 seasons. You can see for a fact. But I mean, we missed out on this opportunity. We were to actually win the treble. Again, in a fair football analysis,
Mm.
this defeat could get us off balance. So even going against Real Madrid, and thank God we have a very good coach. Yeah, the coach have to be very tactical and use very good strategies. Other than that, because this defeat is really painful. It hit the team very hard. Yes, but that's what it is. Thank you. Welcome to all of you. That my opinion. Anything you want to say, that you can go ahead and say. I posted almost 12 times last night. I know who already on my phone say. Yeah, but that's it. So before we can bring the lineup, let me recognize some of you who have joined the broadcast this morning by Real TV / Truth FM Live. All of you who are sending me distracting text messages this morning, including Mark Timber, the legs of Harvard Care, all of you, even David Koti. I haven't read your own watch. I saw the alert. So you will know what kind of message you sending me. Other than that, I will explain your age business on the radio this morning. Oh. Today, I will be brutal. Okay. As you can say, yeah, I'll be brutal. Yeah, yeah. So, but let's recognize some of the folks following us this morning, and I want to appreciate all of you for joining the broadcast this morning. Mark N. Timban III is watching this morning from District 3, Montserrat County. E. Thomas Livingston Jr. following from Carisburg City here in Montserrat County. Lucini OK Gray. Watching this morning from Bong Mines in Bong County. Mark Loa is also following from Habel District 2, Margibi County. Edric Jusu, is it a pastor say his own, say yours as well. Oh, and you see that target Marka, I'm so sorry that is the game. Thank you, Amos Jackson. Thanks for joining this morning. Jerry K. Joker is also following from Soul Clinic this morning. Thomas Dayson is following the show this morning. He says, Real TV slash Truth FM. Lawrence Thomas watching from Pipeline Road. He said Pipeline, and Lavito Pewala is watching from, he said, Nyanza in Rwanda. They ping in your head. That's the business. Bobby Bolly is also falling from Kakata Margibi County. Colleague Jensen Sumo is watching this morning from District 3, Monserrato County. Abraham Achi Gotolo watching from Red Light this morning. And Morgan Dolo Man is also following this morning, as well as Thomas Knight watching from Nidowen community along the RRA highway. Thanks for the show. Emmett Hammer, as usual, is following from the Emmett Exchange Forest Exchange Bureau in Clark City, Margibi County this morning. So you can invite others to follow, share the show as well. And thanks to all of you who have joined us this morning. Please, my voice will sound the way it's sounding because last night I had cold. Yeah, I had cold last night. Summer Miller, thanks. Bendu Conan is also following this morning, as well as our Lower Margibi County correspondent Edward. That's Edwin Ketor. The following is a great job, Chief, and Isaac um, Isaac Zodega G Man is also watching from Dua Zone this morning. George Christopher Wule, as usual, is following from Margibi County. Thanks to all of you. So share the show and invite others to follow. Let's bring you the lineup. Right after the lineup, we'll give you the motivation or motivation for today from Bobby Blair Addison. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, so today's is May 7th, 2025. This show is proudly sponsored by EcoBank Liberia Limited in Orange, Liberia. Health tips with David Coty come on shortly, followed by review of the papers. Then will be followed our talking point this
Sorry.
morning. Yeah. On the show, let me try to get it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So our talking point now this morning will come on. Like I was saying, yeah. All right. So review of the paperwork follow after health tips before they were quoted. Then cross racks for road pavement being stolen in Kakata City. Why? I said EPA talks the country how the toll help to reduce illicit mining in the country is on our desk this morning. Just abuse is destroying the youth of the country since the president declared it a national public health emergency. What concrete actions are being taken to solve this problem? We talked about it this morning. 32 have practitioners of to China for a 2 week seminar. Good news for our health sector yeah, in Liberia. 8:30 to 9 o'clock this morning, we'll bring on Amir Kadwan, the founder and CEO from the Grassroots Greeks organization. She will talk about the official launch of the organization. That will take us up to 9 o'clock, 9:05, biggest spokes in entertainment and commercial. Brought to you by EcoBank Liberia, Limited in Orange, Liberia. 9:15 to 10 o'clock this morning. On the last segment, Commissioner Edward Lahai of Congotam Township will sit with us on the last segment for 9:15 to 10 o'clock to talk about the recent anti-drugs awareness program launched in the township and other issue in the township of Congotam. So that's it in the midst of all
Country first.
country first, folks. Welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Yes, thank you so much, Ansu, for bringing us the lineup. That's a wonderful lineup this morning, so you can stay with us. The morning motivation. It says, make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. Know your worth, even if they don't. This is the May 7th morning motivation from Blair Bobby Addison. Thanks so much for bringing us the morning motivation as we wait David Coty to bring us the health tips this morning. Mr. Moses Wober says extending birthday pre-birthday treat to his daughter, Mrs. Wondia Wogbe Anan this morning. Your daddy is doing that for you. Let's go to David Coty with the health tips this morning. David,
Thank you very much.
good morning.
Yeah,
Did you send me any kind of denigrating text message concerning Barcelona match last night?
no, not really.
Oh,
I don't do that because I have no interest in those foreign matches. You won't believe that. Can you imagine somebody who was one-time Secretary General of IE for 3 years, and I was also President for Administration of IE for 4 years, and also an executive member of the LFA for 6 years. And you won't believe that I love football so much. I have my own team, but I have never been able to sit by television and
I,
watch anything called Baka.
I,
And no, I don't waste my time on that.
I can
Except the World
I
Cup.
can just understand. Even to go America 1 week, you don't want to go. Then I put football Guinea. You want to watch? You know.
I say, my brother. And one of the reasons why I went to America was when I went to represent the Governance Commission at the All Liberia National Conference.
And
Go to other
and
people's
I
country to do
and
that.
I and I'm not telling force you that time. Oh.
Yeah, well, I can use the word if you want to use it. If that's your choice of word, force fine. But when the letter came from you, like in America, for one commissioner to go, Madam Ellen just looked at me and said, David. Then Dr. Gabriel McIntyre said, that's the same man I was thinking about. And I went to America, and I was there just for 1 week, only because after the program, there was a Unity Party meeting in New York. At the time, American was the head of the Unity Party in America, the branch. And so they invited me there to attend that meeting. And I went there and came back to Maryland, packed my bag, and came to Liberia. 1 week,
That's
not
good.
more than that.
Thank you for loving Liberia.
I love Liberia.
That's why
Thank you.
that's why you build a house and put your garage right side your mattress.
Yes. But man, you gotta bluff sometime. Who will call hard time anytime my brother could even pay 10 hour rent? They threw me out of my room paying something for the one time for that. I'm gonna enjoy too. I beg you.
Okay, yes, let's hear you, David.
Okay, good morning to you, Mr. Ambassador, and to Ansu, Elon Musk. Before I give the health tip, let me say this to the Honorable Anderson. It is uncustomary for you to visit the compounds of RSCI without doing the needful. You
Exactly.
have to shake hands with the gentleman there.
I
Or
tell you.
else I will join them to erase your name.
And just give you the gentleman agreement, we promise.
Look at that. And he even stopped to shake hands. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. All right. Our topic today is on your lungs. You remember I chose this week to talk about your organs. I'm not suggesting that the 78 organs in your body are not important. They are. But the five, but we'll talk about that more in detail. Your lungs are part of the five organs that are vital for survival. Most people have two lungs. I mean, I'm sorry for saying your organ. Your lungs are part of the five organs that are vital for survival. Most people have two lungs, but some people have one. It's just like your kidney. Some people are born with two, some people are born with one. The same thing with your lungs. Some have two, some have one. All right. When you are born with one kidney, one lung. I'm sorry, man, I keep getting kidney. When you are born with one lung, it's called pulmonary agenesis. All right. What are the functions of the lungs? Number one, it protects your body from particles you breathe in. You know, when you take in air and you put out air, when you take in the air, your lungs are there to protect your body so that disease don't enter the system. Number two, it allows you to speak. Oh yeah, your lungs are very important. The speaking we're doing that, the lungs help to do that. Number three, it allows you to smell. Number four, it takes in, let me say D, because you have two. The people who have one, I can say it takes in. But most people have two, so they take in oxygen and send out carbon dioxide. So you see how important your lungs are. You need to protect them. How to protect your lungs? Number one, stop smoking and avoid secondhand smoking. When you sit by people who smoke, you are also smoking. It's even more dangerous. It's equally dangerous. So you have to stop it. Number two, avoid exposure to air pollution. Avoid exposure to air pollution. You motorbike riders, you on your bike or you in your keke, you're riding on a dusty road, no protection to your nose, no nose mask. It's dangerous. Avoid car and generator smoke. You mechanics who are fixing cars in the garages and other places, fixing keke, motorbike, avoid the car smoke. Avoid chemicals at home and at workplaces. It's very dangerous. You have to be careful. Remember this. Pay attention to your 5 organs that are vital for survival. Every human being has 78 organs, and all of them are very important. But because these 5 organs are very vital for survival, in other words, if anything happens to any one of these 5 organs, my friend, you will be in trouble or you will die. I told you before that your eyes are also part of your organs. Your skin is an organ. But if anything happens to your eyes, you will go blind, but you will live. There's a woman crying right now, OKFM. Her 2 kidneys are in trouble. She's doing the dialysis already, but it costs her $95 every time she goes. 3-4 days, $95, this, that. Don't get into that kind of thing. So please protect your organs. They are vital for survival. That's why I chose it this week to talk about these 5. We started with your heart, your kidney. Today we're talking about the lungs. Don't play with it. The way to protect them, I have to go and do checking on them. Just go and check and make sure that they are in place, or else you'll be in trouble. God willing, I will be back. But in the meantime, I gotta get out of here.
You gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here, and Oni gotta get out of here.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, I've been praising him.
Uh,
Yeah, I beg you to, because I know if you don't see
Well,
I've been
the man
praising him,
finally showed that the Messi everything.
oh, you can follow him?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
but
no,
you follow the one,
don't
you
worry.
follow the one who
No,
ain't got money to buy gas?
no, he didn't hear that one.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't hear
you
that
follow
one.
you follow the one where I say he frustrated. I want you to run away and went to Ghana because he invited old man Marka
He didn't hear that one.
to come. Yeah, well, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that one then I was secret. He didn't hear it.
Yeah, that was it. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you too. Have a good day.
Okay. Difficulty with the health tips, a regular feature here on the TBS. Let's go for the review of the local dailies. Mm-mm. Yes, the first paper this morning is the New Republic newspaper is the first paper this morning. The lead story on the front page: history in the making. Mano goes from seed to bottle to first palm oil refinery. Well, this is a story on the front page of the New Republic newspaper. Stay on the front page. HPX wants to ride on Mita's investment, as Minister Grisby reported it, twisting things for HPX. This is the New Republic reporting this. Citizens movement disassociates itself from stance planned protest. Mobile Molu with plenty of people in yellow at the background. Let's go to the back page of the New Republic. Over 30 new PYPP recruits to be assigned in government. PYPP does the President Young Professionals. I think that's it. Yes. Um, Noka building cross-border partnerships to unlock Liberia's oil and gas potential. I'm seeing Fabian Michael Lai right here, acting CEO and president of Noka, is captured on the back page of the New Republic newspaper. Rufus Dakote delivers visionary keynote on financing Africa, Caribbean infrastructure agenda. His photograph is here on the back page of the New Republic newspaper.
And then in my possession this morning it is the hard facts news on Brush Creed, Monrovia, Mirabrook City Park project takes into a main forest. Why? The Mirabrook City Park project takes into a mini forest. Liberia Sound and landmark put deed with Van Miracle on the front page of the Hard Facts newspaper, and then still running now. LPRC employees guilty for over UX 1 million fuel theft. 9 LPRC employees guilty for over UX 1 million fuel theft on the front page of the High Facts newspaper. The back page carry right here gave boycott a chance. Give boycott a chance. Former NRC box are confident that this government will deliver. Give boycott a chance. Wired wrongs, Wirebox warns against flexibility fees, payment, and camping. It's on the back page of the Hard Facts newspaper. Wirebox warns against flexibility fees and payment and camp. You see the Wirebox photo is on the back page here of the High Facts newspaper.
And the Heritage is next. The Heritage newspaper, the front page of the Heritage, Liberia turns a new leaf. First palm oil refinery set to boost jobs and industry. Well, I'm seeing the structure here on the front page of the Heritage newspaper, still on the front page for infrastructure financing at Africa Caribbean Forum in DC. Visionary African Development Bank director charts revolutionary path. Let's go to the back page. The back page, Assistant Minister Jabate, Farm for Freedom unveils for national growth. And LEC acting MD targets power stability, regional energy deals, crackdown on theft. This is Mohammed Sharif here on the back page of the Heritage newspaper. Still on the back page, City Park project in ruins. Where I'm seeing the photograph of the location right here. Wire bus warn against flexibility fees and exempt camping. This is Bill Boto capture on the back page of the Heritage newspaper.
The Verity is carrying this morning J for 10 years. PPAL Henry B. Nimrod sentenced for corruption. That is the program manager of the Planned Parenthood Association of Liberia. Henry B. Nimrod has been sentenced to a 10 years imprisonment for corruption up to China 10 to 12 workers to be trained. Liberia have ministers on us on now the front page here for the very day newspaper this morning. And when it comes in with the front page.
Yes, let's bring you, because of time, let's bring you the Daily Observer to be followed by the Women Voices, and we call it a day for the review of the local dailies. But on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper, Boaka reinforces multi-user real policy, orders compliance with Executive Order 136. Well, the president is captured here on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Upgrading Freeport, Buchanan Port to international standards. Government set to implement port master plans, seals port modernization, deal with Morocco's Tanger Med engineering. Still on the front page, over 1,000 ghost names disappear on teachers' payroll in Nimba. It says over 1,000 ghost names discovered on teachers' payroll in Nimba County. New Nimba County Education Officer discloses. This is Francis Lege is the new education officer in Nimba County. Liberia commits to immunization financing reform. To the back page, court finds 9 LPRC employees guilty of theft. Well, this is a major story this morning in the newspapers. LDA naps 2 suspected drug dealers in Webo, River G County. Okay, so let's just do the women voices. Yes, the women voices. Climate diplomacy is not something that will happen tomorrow. Who is saying this? Foreign Minister Nyanti lectures members of Ghanaian armed forces on climate diplomacy. Well, the Liberian foreign minister is captured here on the front page of the Women Voices newspaper. Still on the front page, Liberty Fortune Awards first winner. What is that? You can grab this paper and read the details. Photographs of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is here on the front page. Madam Joel Howard Taylor, former Vice President, and a lot more other women. I'm seeing Mira Bro. I'm seeing Edith Gonglo Way here on the front page of the Women Voices newspaper. Yeah, so this is all we can do for the review of the local dailies this morning. Thank you. Yeah, so that's it for the review of the local dailies. Let's go now to our talking points this morning. And the very first thing on our list this morning is the report coming from Kakata. Okay, the report coming from Kakata is the first thing on our list this morning. You know, when we say building country is government's responsibility. We say that to say um, we pay the taxes, the LRA collects the money, give it to the executive, or they give it to the executive to spend it, even though the legislature will do the allocation, all of that. So, because the government manages the resources of the country, it is their responsibility to develop the country. But it is equally the responsibility of us, the citizen, to participate in the development of the country. So that's why sometimes when I see genuine development projects ongoing, even whether 10 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, and people criticize it only because their party is not in power, sometimes I get frustrated. So citizens supposed to participate in the development of the country. What is happening? The reports coming from Kakata that they crush rock.
Mm.
They crush rocks that they are using to do the street pavement. To do the street pavement in Kakata is being stolen. It's a sad thing. It is very sad that the citizens, the people of Kakata, good morning to all of you this morning. That road pavement issue in Kakata, we have received multiple calls years ago. People say, oh, even this short distance from the main Banga Highway to the administration building, there, if you go there, almost look like Margibi County, Uno Capitol Hill. There you find the code, you find the city mayor office, you see all the county leadership structure up there. So there was dust rolled over there, and we thought that at one point in time, either 2 or 3 years ago, I said, but why is it that the government cannot just pave this road going to the administration building in Kakata to give the city to a facelift? Today, the projects are going on across Kakata, Margibi County. And I remember one time our correspondent in Upper Margibi County were referring to the people in Kakata, Kakatonians. The people in Kakata, your children bringing back overnight and taking, and reportedly, yeah, when I say, oh my God, just bluntly accuse the people of Kakata. Your children bringing bags in the night and taking a crushed rock that is building the roadway in Kakata. Kakata City, you say, y'all want quota too. Oh, what they got, road paved in some part of Banga, some part of Ganta, some part of Bikana, and then Kakata, our own road wanted to be fixed. The government come down to pave your own road in Kakata City. And they crush right the building the roadway that a new market your children and Alpha in Kakata. I'm taking this time to call on you, the community people, to call on the security, the joint security, if I may say, in Margibi County, to call on the citizens themselves to take initiative to protect the project. When something concerns you as a community, when a problem confronts a community, you come together to solve it. What is happening in Kakata is shameful. It is shameful that our colleagues are reporting. Emmanuel declare good morning to you and other colleagues in Margibi County. Thank you for letting the Liberian people know that the cross ride that they're using to pave the streets in Kakata, some young people are stealing it for marking. Are stealing it in the night when the company stop work, go home, they bring bags, they remove the crowd racks from on the road, put in the bag and carry to go sell it. Hey man, what kind of money you looking for? Look, it is a bad image for the city. And I think the Liberian National Police detachment in Margibi County should take this report very seriously and safeguard that project. Those people who are doing that are enemies of progress. They are anti-developmental. They don't want anything good to happen in this country. Those kind of people, look, sometimes I know people who know law, they will say, oh yeah, when you arrest people, you got to investigate and do. If you catch these people, Nobody should build them, whether individual, whether insurance company or anything. Nobody should build them. Let them serve. Let them go to jail and pay fine. Let them go to jail and pay fine. Serious fine too. Serious punishment for being against development in your own community. I don't even want to say country, in your own community. Small Kakata try to make it beautiful for us, all of us. Me, most of the weekends I can be in Kakata. It's a nice place to be. We struggle with the road issue in Kakata. Then government decide to say yes, let's give this city a facelift. Then you young man, I don't know why you put yourself into or whatever. You are look, it is a curse for you to come and remove the rocks that they are using to build a road for the benefit of the community. It is a curse. So we are against that. We call on whoever that is into that, whether young man, young woman, old man, old woman, whoever that is into that, you have to stop it. It is against your country. You are being very unpatriotic, and your action is anti-developmental and is against national progress. So we want to call on the security sector in Margibi County, especially Kakata City, to take note of this. We don't want to see that report again. We don't want to hear or see that the crushed rocks they are using to build the streets in Kakata is being stolen by people overnight. Amen.
And I refer to some of people are lazy, better people, lazy better people who just want to get things overnight to feed their stomach. That is a complete. It's so disappointing for you to creep another hour. You go to take this course, right? Place to that, put to that place because of development, and you decide to go to take it from there and go sell it. How much will maybe a handful of crush I will give you that you decide? My guy, we cry for development. We talk about development. When it comes our door again, we ourselves decide again to step on it. And this is my guy. I'll not say maybe people, but people can come from Nimakant, another bomb, or maybe Morovia, and they'll go there. It's in a same community where less basic people who just want to feed the better at night overnight to get things in very, very easy and go to for fast money, going out to take the crash right from that place, put in your own community for development. The roads in Canada, those states, they say they pave the road, we cry for it. Why we should be so wicked to each other, wicked to our country? Why we are paying for the crash right? How much you going to sell it for?
Yeah.
I think the contractors we need to investigate the security because they have some security team money where they have the materials for the current construction work going on ongoing. So I think the security need to be questioned. It's so bad to hear that material news for development of your own time, your own city. You are using it, you go around that hour just to steal it and go sell it for little small money. So for me, the contractors, the police there, you're trying to invite the securities over. Or if there's no security to this area, you're trying to assign security to the place because it's so important. It's nice for development to go on. As Marka says, sometimes people leave for different counties, go to a nearby county to at least to spend weekend, to just have some good time. And looking at the development in that county now, close to Monserrato, that's a very good news. We're paying you people.
Yeah, we make all the money. Y'all stop it, man.
Yeah.
It is shameful. It's shameful. We know Margibi people.
Or painful pain, just small pain. Yeah, we follow. Where you carrying
We
it?
know Margibi to be a growing economy, a country. I mean, a county that is embracing development as equally as Nimba, Bong, Lopa, and other counties. So Margibi is highly respected. We don't expect to see that. When you do that, you you are creating shortage on the materials used for the road. So if the road becomes substandard, what will you say? Because these things are calculated, and what is supposed to be used is supposed to be used. So if you start taking it overnight and selling it, then I mean you want substandard road in Kagata, right? That is so sad. And
You're just one for other countries that forgive you now.
yeah,
My giving.
right.
That's right.
Yeah, it'll be a very bad president. It'll be a very bad president for the county. So I think we have said that it's a warning. Stop it, police. Please take charge. please take charge and look after the project over there. It is not good for us to
Mm-hmm.
be hearing that kind of news. Absolutely, it's not good.
Let the police take charge, please. If there's no officers and sound there where they have the equipment or materials for the ongoing road project in Kakata, please assign security officer there, please. We're asking people like National Police.
Yes, yeah. So we may not stay too long on this EPA tour and what impact it will have on especially reducing or tackling this illicit mining issue. I know the tour is not just about going to look for illicit miners. No, it is about going to review companies' permit to see whether concessions are complying with environmental regulations and all of
Mm-hmm.
that, which we appreciate the ED, the executive director, Dr. Yuri Yapawolo, for the tour. It is very important that when you are heading a sector, let the entire country feel your impact. Let them see your presence.
Yeah.
Then they will know that yes, this sector has a leader. So it is good for the EPA boss and team to go across the country to see what is happening in Grand Jita, to see what is happening in Maryland, to see what is happening in Sano, River G, and all of that. I think today they will be crossing either to Sino or Grand Cru because yesterday they were in River G. Okay, but again, ED, Dr. Yabawolo, the issue of illicit mining in that southeastern part of the country is of serious concern. I know your work all across, whether forestry, mining,
Mm-hmm.
and anything that has to do with the environment concerns you. In the first place, illicit miners do not mine by standard. They do not even recover the land, reclaim the land as you call it.
Mm-hmm.
They just dig the huge pits all in the forest, degrade the people land, deprive them of their farmlands, expose them to flooding and erosion and different kind of environmental disaster they expose the people to. So as you are going into these counties, you need to talk to the relevant authorities and see what strategies you can put in place to end illicit mining. Illicit mining is a serious problem. The resources that God gave us to manage and take care of ourselves as people, we leave it vulnerable. Anybody from anywhere just jump in the bush and do what they want to do, collect their own, leave the community poor and vulnerable, and walk away. And walk away. It's like what's supposed to make the place heaven. You take it from there and leave the place as hell and carry their resources and go build heaven somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It is a sad thing, and we think the EPA tour that is going in that southeastern part of the country, they should be able to address some of the issue with illicit mining in that part of the country.
Yeah.
Yes, so far as I can see, if anything Ansu can add up to that, but I think
Not
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Not much. Since we have the commissioner on the just issue, I think
So
we
we
have
just
pick
talk
you up
about it,
on
right?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And pick up few calls and welcome in Emia Card One.
Yeah, so as we do, just in 30 seconds, we want to appreciate the Chinese government, the government of the People's Republic of China. We also want to appreciate the Ministry of Health under Dr. Louis Boto for some level of improvement. Capacity building is very important. Experience sharing is also very important. So as we have about 32 healthcare practitioners going to China for about 2 weeks. I think it is good. We want to appreciate the Chinese government and the Ministry of Health for that initiative. But as you go, I
Mm-hmm.
know some of you may be watching, or maybe you're staying in flight or whatever, but you are going on a mission because we want to have a health system that we can trust. We want to have practitioners who have the technical know-how and how to run the system. So it is a good thing for you to go and experience how technology is being applied in healthcare service, how innovations in healthcare service working and all of that. Go and learn new things, come back and impact your country. That's the kind of thing we want
Yeah.
institutions and leaders in various sectors to be doing. So we want to appreciate the Minister of Health and her team at the ministry for this initiative, and a big thank you to the Chinese government for helping to do this. The health sector is very important. When we have outbreak here, it becomes terrible. It affects our economy. It affects, I mean, almost everything, the sector itself and all of that. So we need to continue to build capacity so that we can take care of ourselves as a people and country. Yeah, so we'll take few calls. At least yes, few calls. Let's take few calls before we can join Madam Emilia Cardon this morning. Call 0770 202579 0770 202579. Call this morning and make your point on some of the talking points we raised this morning.
Or 0776927472 for those of you following us on the Facebook Real TV page, +231 776 927472 are the numbers for you to call me live this morning on the Breakfast Show. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka, and good morning to Ansu. My name is Emmett Hammer and Kudibo Clark City. Marka and Ansu, let me appreciate you this morning by acknowledging with my giving. Now, Marka, I'm discouraged and I'm feeling so hard. So, see, like, my giving, Luti, taking the power out of the room. And yesterday, I listened to the engineer, the resident engineer, the contractor. They said, "Hey, the woman is going to do the project." And then it will be affected. All of the affected. Well, I have development. I want to police command and distribution. Make sure they must do all the whole time. We see one right there. Put on social media. It's for 2-3 years. Going on with God is almost dressing. You understand? You want to hold development in our country? When the government is back to go down with the world, they will see you taking the ground and go down a hospital. And so they're taking the ground and go down a hospital. The hospital will get on fire.
Thank you for joining us, but we're not with you with our cars, so we're not joining you now. Yes, 0770 202579. But it's really frustrating. You understand? The resident engineer for our project said that if that continues, they're going to place a halt on the work because they cannot continue to experience that. If they continue, they will halt the work.
0776927472 numbers to call me live this morning on the Breakfast Show.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, bro, Marka.
Morning.
Yes. So, Marka, I just want to ask question. You said the commissioner coming office, the city mayor of Concord.
The commissioner.
Oh God. The commissioner. The commissioner will be here.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. This is Fasu Koma, and I call you from on the canopy of the rescue food soldier. Yeah, you got to think from I think what happening in might give you very sad, very pathetic. I think so if you call that one infrastructure war before the 40 years civil war that caused massive devastation for the country, both life or loss and property, billions of property got damaged. So to see people vandalizing or looting projects that are meant to improve their livelihood, that's all to help to push their left forward, that help to create mobility for them. To see them vandalizing, I think it's a sad day for Liberia. I'm calling on the relevant authority to put their foot down on the ground to ensure that anyone caught, in such grave taking cross route from the road that meant for the road construction, taking the cross route to go that very for their personal use. I think anybody calling such as should be their way according to the law. As it stated, that shouldn't be builders. Nobody should even come in to pay for such person because we consider such person as a building or Satan. It destroys national infrastructure. So thank you all so much for picking my call.
Okay, thank you for joining this morning, Fasu. We can take two more calls. 0770 202579. This one is next. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, O'Neill.
Just go ahead. Oni is not here this morning.
How are you? My name is Bobby Kamal calling from tomorrow.
Okay.
Marco, I listen to what is happening in Kazakhstan when it comes to the road project, the material, the cost run, the attitude of the citizens or the young people over there who are not no older person who know the importance of development, who want Kazakhstan to see Kazakhstan or want to be built, they will carry on such an attitude. But you see, the reason why these things are happening, my brother, the way we bring up our children, the kind of attitude we allow our children to live with, even though we don't send them there, but when the children start these things, even from in the household, we don't pull hard to here. We take them like baby. When they get out there, they carry on their attitude to support their habit. Those days when we were coming up as children, when we were coming up as kids, when project going on, they put material somewhere along the road. You see, they say you can't play around and you scare of it because you know that not your parents' property. It's not for them. That's not private thing. The government thing over there, you'll be scared because by the time you lay a sentence, somebody will get move from there. You're not for it. But this day, because of the habit of the children, the criminal attitude of the children, they don't care. They do anything. And where they learning it from? They're learning it from our honorable people. Marka, can you imagine if the people can go and be stealing, breaking room, office room, and the capital city? You know, who you were advising? Who you were advising?
Let them stop that thing, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Yoko.
Good morning, Marka and Ansu. How you doing this morning?
Man, we yell.
Yeah, man. The issue you people are discussing this morning is very serious and not only good for Magibi alone. In Liberia, when development is going on, people do their own thing. Even the roads they are fixing all around this country. I don't know why people will be stealing from road when they are fixing the road. People taking the cross route, people taking the sand, people doing some other thing. Somebody saying the children. And we don't want to justify who is the one that doing this morning. It's just wrong, and we need to start taking actions in these things. Because the children can go take it, the people can send it to be there, or children can pay off. You understand? The people can buy it from them. So it's wrong. What we need to do is there's a proper mechanism put in place. And when you catch one person as community dweller, because when the road face, you people are the one that will enjoy the road. If you sit there and allow the children be taking the car up on the road, it will not be good. That same thing used to happen to King Ray here. The time dealership put themselves together, they started beating the guys on the road because the guys will go steal the rap on the road. They started beating them and taking the rap on them and putting someone in jail. So we should just stand by our citizens ourselves because the police in this country not even equal to the number of citizens here. So we also should be able to stay and fight some of these things because the development come will benefit from it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, incoming lawmaker.
Yeah, so that just use 30 seconds for Reverend Lake because he's been on the line for long.
Yeah, good morning and thank you for your consideration, Marka and Ansu. I listening to this about people stealing crushed rocks from the road in Kakata area there, where that place, I went to school there on BWI, and I can't even believe people would do such a thing when the progress of the community is starting to happen. They've been trying so long and so hard. But I also believe that the community should also take that project as their own. They should galvanize themselves and be able to survey the area at nighttime, because that's the main time they would do it. And if they catch somebody around the area, let them call the police and the person can be investigated. The other thing I want to say quickly, Marka, is it happened right in front of my house here. The poles, the light poles that were here from, I think, Orange, if I'm not mistaken, the people came and started stealing the light pole. I observed up there. So I started my own operation here. And I caught them. I got them on camera. I called the police department. I give them the copy of my recordings. The people were clearly there picking up, but I haven't heard anything. I will try to follow up and see what happened. They said they were going to get them. So these things happen all over the place, but you got to be also one step ahead of these rogues. They don't have any class. They are low class people. They don't care about other people. They're very egocentric. So between me and you and the rest of the world, we all need to start having our own community being safe. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Coty, David Coty.
Okay.
I'll be very brief. When your first caller tried to swear the people, you see, you're not part of it. That's your business. I would join him in swearing anybody who would do that nonsense. You know, I have a strong belief. There's no way that any sin will go unpunished. No way. It took me 18 good years to build my place here, this compound. 18 years. I remember dismissing two people from here, two of the workers, because they brought things for me to buy from outside. What they do is when they're working for you, they tell you, Pop, I got cement, I got crush rack, I got steel roll. I want the first one. And he tested me through his friend. So I said, okay, the two of you will leave. When you take stolen materials, when you steal from people to put on your property, my friend, it will not stay. And your property will come down some kind of way, either through earthquake, through fire, or something. So I will join the first caller in swearing them. What kind of wickedness is that?
True earthquake.
Yeah, through earthquake. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Yeah, so that's all we can do now. Yes, that's just all we can do. Let's now cross over to Studio 2 and join. Why she's smiling? Yes. Why you need to also to study in Korea? This one. Okay. Where is he? Yes. So let's join Madam Emilia Cardwan, the CEO and founder of From Grace. No, that's from Grass to Grace. Yes, they think it confused me. But I say good morning. Thank you for coming this morning. How are you?
Okay, Marka, thank you so much. And good morning to you. Oh,
Okay. Yes. Can you say a little bit more about yourself? Our listeners would like to know you better.
okay, I'm Madam Emilia Kadwan. I hear from Nibakante, daughter of Wallace Kadwan, the late. And we are of philanthropy, working towards, by the grace of God, working towards the transformation of Liberia and the people of Liberia.
Mm.
Yes, through the help of God, because it's only God that we have total transformation in.
Okay. Tell us about this organization that you're running. You called it From Grass to Grace.
Okay, From Grass to Grace was funded by me in 2022 with the hope of women coming together to pray for our nation, Liberia, and our children, and every good thing about Liberia. But then the women aspect is going a little bit slow, but the prayer aspect is very strong because with God, all things are possible. And then we decided, because we have a whole lot of package within the organization, which is to go after our children are going wayward, to speak against illness in society, and just for the betterment of Liberia. And this organization have been moving so fine by the grace of God, with love among us. We have so many members, and the youth, actually we deal with the youth, and we go after them from ghetto to ghetto where they can gather. It's their gallery that is dangerous to us, because when they gather, they smoke, they have their meeting to go out there and burglarize and see people back and all of that. But we have been going after them in the past year, and God is really making progress in our going after them. Every group we go to, we notice after 2 or 3 weeks, we'll go back there, the group is being dispersed. And then that is the glory of God. But when the children, most of them are getting their transformation through what we are doing. But when we go to them, we say, but why you people are like this? They say, ma, nothing to do. Oh. But nothing to do. Some of your friends are going to school and doing other things. But in life, it's not everybody that will go the same way. Yes. So the organization is a humanitarian organization. And we are here today to tell people about our launching, our grand launching. We are creating an office space right by my water, cleaning the police academy junction, and we are going to launch the whole organization on the 17th. So we are here to invite the general public to our launching.
Why? So finally, you have an office space now.
Yes, finally, by the grace of God,
Uh,
I made it.
Is there a specific age you working with? I don't know, because I know some of the guys out there, Miami, or the age range, they are, they are of age. Someone of 35, 36, 37, but you still sitting in the ghetto. So tell us about the age range, or you just cut across.
Okay, the age range doesn't really matter to me because I am a mother of so many children. My going to those children and make me to have a lot of children because I have passion for humanity and these children, even though they are not my biological children, but this is a real truth mother to go by going after the children that are lost in smoking, stealing, and doing all the bad things. Yes. So age really doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter.
So
Yes.
in a clear explanation, what exactly you and your team are doing with the young people?
Okay. We have been going around the young people, counseling them, praying for them because they just a whole just issue. We
Who are
notice
those young people you are targeting? Who are they?
they are the old children that we call Zogo around that taking drugs.
Okay.
And we are doing it so much because of those other young ones that coming out of you and myself, younger children, to not get into the habit because they are into it by peer pressure.
Okay.
Yes. So we shouldn't sit there and say the children can change and this, that. Oh, I don't have Zogo, I don't have sport child, I don't have wayward child. Today you might not have those children, but tomorrow you may not tell because they are being carried away by friends. Peer pressure. Yes.
That's not about the launching program. You said you will be doing official launch. You said this weekend
On the
on the
17th.
17th. Okay, so on the
Yes.
17th is the official launch. Tell us about it. The entire planning. Give us the entire rundown for the 17th.
Okay, the entire rundown from the 15th, we will be going from street corners, marketplaces, and any public area to create this awareness of our great launching. So that the public will know what we are into, so that the public will come to our launching. It's all about fundraising because this organization have been supported single-handedly, which is no supporter, no sponsor. But we go around writing people, that we give us kind gesture. That is how we have been running this organization. So we wrote a lot of letters to public figure, all of people to come and launch this program. It will be all about fundraising to be able to support the organization.
Are you thinking of establishing maybe after the launching, maybe a care center? You have an office space already. The next thing now, we're getting off the street. You have to have getting somewhere.
Okay, getting them off the street is that, all of us, we are focusing rehabilitation center are being the order of the day. Yes, it is fine that when your child is giving you problem, you can find them somewhere. But it's children with a just issue. If you just hold them by fire, by force, and put them on call for carry them to unknown destination without their permission, we go after them, they will say, oh, we are just here, oh mother, our people brought us here, we just can to get inside flavor, and then after the time they set for us to leave from here, we'll go right back. Say they will not inform us before bringing us to the rehabilitation center, we'll just be here and relax. When we go back, we say smoke. So that's the reason why we have build this office so that we will call them, so that we'll go to the after the grand launching, we'll be going to various ghetto and other people that have their children. We will announce our number, they call us, and then we will engage them first to our office and counsel them how they started, who their parents, so that their parents will decide to carry them. But the one thing I will take from out there, we will first connect with their parents and say, your child is here. We have started to pray and counsel them. Then after it, we will extend them on a day that they will be able, they themselves, to work and come to the office, maybe for 1 or 2 months like that. Then we link them to a rehabilitation home. That is, they will already know that we are counsel them, We are praying for them, conduct their prayer and deliverance, and then we will link them through their parents to a rehabilitation home. Because I'm here today to tell we the parents that these children to just grab them and carry them to a home. They can bury those people that got a home by acting disgruntled, but we will first engage them with prayer. Prayer has no boundary, but we will call them. This is why we say transformation office. So once they put their foot on our ground, whosoever that got problem on our ground in our office by the grace of God, they will receive their transformation. After you have received your transformation, then your parent maybe will choose to carry you to a rehab center where they got this skill training center also.
Mhm.
Yes, to pick up skill because they say the less they say nothing to do that while they are into this habit.
So, how are they embracing you? Because I understand sometimes you go to the ghetto, sometimes you even go to the cemetery where you can find them. I saw some of your videos, uh, syncing with them, praying, and all of that. I mean, how are they getting used to you? How do they embrace you?
Okay. Yesterday I was just to the Bob Taylor Road there with them. You know, these children, I'm so brave. God made me brave because the scripture God assigned me with to these children. It's all about transformation and about God backing his word, you know, to carry me to in the midst of these children. So they free when they see me, they say, oh, mother coming. They got they say, you're kwabe, they oh my kwabe. You do they want to the oh my, but the only thing I don't give them money. When I'm led by the Holy Spirit, I cook food for them, go and share it. My one interact with those children, just that we are 100 interacting with them. I'm so brave and free with them. Let watch themselves. It is a blessing. Every day they bless me. It doesn't matter who bless you, but when the blessing is starting from God, it will take root. So they bless me every day, mother, you truly a mother. To come to us in this place, that shows that God sent you. Yes. So I'm free with them. They embrace me when I go around them so that they can even be waiting for me to go to them.
This come with a lot of expenses, Madam Cadwano. I don't know how prepared are you for this after the launching program or during your launching program. What some of the stakeholders you're trying to get involved, at least to help you because this come with very expensive. Oh.
Okay, this is the reason why I told you for the loan share rating so many stakeholders. And one of the stakeholders is coming in the office here. I will wait down here until I see him, which is Laha. Yes, I wrote him and he's so kind. My first time meeting him, he was so nice to me. He talked to me and everybody in his office, that main office, everybody there free willing to receive guests that will come to him. Yes, he one of those that are already rating. Yes, I rated so many stakeholders and praying that they be able to chip in for me. Like what you say, it's hard. They still cannot work in the absence of money. We did a t-shirt for the great launching. This t-shirt is for anybody. Once we say it's for transformation, if you want job, you won't go apply to the embassy for your visa. You wear it and pray. It is fit like a mustard seed that what we base our faith on. This is why these children, some of them I want to receive their transformation as getting healed for this thing. So we got t-shirt, cap, and handkerchief. It's all to raise fund, all about raising fund to be able to support the organization.
Are they all for pre-sale
Yes,
or
yes.
people can start getting it now or only waiting for the 17?
No, they can start getting it now. They come and pay for it, then we give it to them. We got it. The whole set is $5. It's just a celebration price. For our children now, they can pay 500. The parents can pay 500 for them.
From everything said, yeah, I'm seeing so much of passion in what you are doing. I'm seeing the energy from you. I don't know what really pushing you. Yeah, people be seeing this leadership man just doing something else, but you're fully involved into disadvantaged youth, especially children going really well. What's the problem? Where the passion coming from?
And Ansu, this organization and this mission, it is God that gave me the revelation through dream. I think one time when this time of Liberia I live in Ghana. And Jezino, he was in studio. That boy has a bright star. And this other girl, that fat girl, MC Caro, they are one of the person I have passion for. And I pray for. I'm praying for. I'm the prayer mother. I pray for Jezino right here, just what I prophesy through God. That is what working for him right now. At the county meet, I pray for Carol, MC Carol. And you know, obviously a woman cannot be king, but they went extra mile to abandon the kingship on her. So we have the zest, you know, the energy, and we are so I'm so passionate about what I'm doing because I was instructed by the Almighty God. I saw the cherry in my sleep. The stars were falling on the sea, and the boat was rolling, saying the tune is here. The tune is here, and the tune is power biblically. Yes, that is God that empowered me to do this thing. And I can never get tired until God
I
calls
know
me
you've
up.
been doing this thing with the young people for quite some time. This is we'll take a couple of calls after this question. Do you have any success story? Is there any child or any young man or woman that you can point to say, well, through our intervention, this person has decided to abandon maybe the abuse of illicit drugs and now doing better? Do you have such story?
Oh, I have whole lot of success story. We went at the Pacopi Ghetto on August 24th last year. Me and my team, and the boy that has so almost to die. And I asked God, just told me to ask who wants to go home for here will accompany you. And he said, Mama, I want to go home. I have a dream last night that if I don't go home, I will die. And we carry him home. His name was Mayfrey. And Mayfrey is at home. I got photographed to that effect. I even visited here in mom. And we have the other one that was just in police security made the Marcus the race road. Even in Myean, one time I was cooking in the ghetto for them. I called Myean to cover the story. That boy, for that prayer and the food cook at that ghetto, he was with me. Anything I said, declaring the word of God, he would grab me and say, he ate me. Not knowing this boy, mother was facing his documents so that he can travel. He's now in the USA and he has been transformed. He got a transformation before he mother going for him to that ghetto to go to the US. And he and myself talk every day. If there's a girl that would have died in childbirth, they were to nature in getting black there. When I went there that day, I can be led by the Holy Spirit at doing this rehabilitation or transformation with the word of God. When I went, I told the children, wow, you buy your own water today, you will so see in your own self transformation. Can't see them buying water. We bought the water, but wine in the house. We pray over it, not knowing God was telling me to do this thing, anointing, so that Hannah wouldn't die out of childbirth. The next day when I went, the boys they say, Mother, they pray prayer with the water. Hannah, she keep to smoke. Her baby keep down in our midst. The neighbor screen cut. The afterbirth for claiming up. And women riding support. They took her to JFK. Right there, the children and my passion ran to JFK. I saw her, her baby was in the incubator. And 1 week from that day, they discharged her. She's right here to Gobacha Road. I visited her so many times. And she promised me with God be her helper. She has said no to trust. She and her baby are doing fine. A lot of transformation people. Some of them photo will be it's on our board self at the office.
Okay, yeah, so we can take few calls. If you're just joining us, this is Madam Emilia
Cardone.
Kadwan here this morning talking about the official launch of the From Grass to Grace organization, helping to transform young people and also praying for the nation. Call us on 0770 202579 if you have any contribution to make. 0770 202579
or 0776
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning once again, Marka Davis, and to your co-host and to your excellent guest in studio. First, let me appreciate her for the job to continue to do for our wayward brothers and sisters. been temporal with illicit drugs. I think it's something. It's a national emergency. That destroying the livelihood of many young people, and to see a very young female using a mingle resource and using the Holy Spirit.
She's not very young.
Okay, to see
I'm blessed.
Using a mingle resources. We have much extended support. Use of mingle resources to rehabilitate young people who have been consumed by the issue of illicit drugs. I think it's a liable and commendable.
So why your contribution?
Even though I don't have government are facing some economic deficiency, but I don't want to inspire us to keep our head up.
I'm gonna be bold speaking slow. I think they got economic deficiency.
There's no money.
Pasu?
For the young, yeah.
I'm gonna be bold. You spoke just now. Why you got economic deficiency?
The rescue folks are still remain jobless.
Okay, just come to the grand launching.
Yeah, y'all be innovative. Y'all create business. Business pay more than job.
We are looking up for that. We are also fighting for that. Some of us are involved in the businesses. Like for me, I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk about. Oh, good morning. Good morning. You're live. Go ahead. Okay.
I also thanks to our sister, whatever she doing. Because it is not easy, more especially who are living in the Kingway community. My brother, they trust really is one of the highest thing. And to see somebody who have the passion, she didn't get the money to do it. But that passion is there because of the grace of God. I really want to tell her thank you this morning. And I pray that God will give her that grace and patience, because to take care of a human being is not an easy thing, even in your home, your own children, so that you can even run away from them. Then to see men and women who are already spoiled, to transform their mind is not an easy thing. So I just pray that the grace of God will carry her through. Wherever she will find herself, if she find favor in the eyes of those that will be able to make, that there will be a contribution towards her heart, that she will be able to implement whatever she wants to implement. Let God guide her this morning. Thank you this morning for the show.
Yes, thank you so much for joining. I think this is your first time calling. It's like you were actually touched by what Mother Cardworm is doing. 0770 202579
0776 927472. Call and talk to Madam Cadwan. Maybe have some contribution to make to the launching program. Call me live this morning on the Breakfast Show. 776 927472. It's not easy to work with the men. I was asking what I should perceive age.
Good morning. Okay.
Good morning. 0776 927472. The numbers to call. And before she leave, she will announce her number too. That you guys can be in full contact with her. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, our morning studio. Yeah, I have permission to get more number, please. When I to the please, but we'll let her dream has come true.
Okay.
And another thing for determining all people, please.
Okay. Yeah, she will announce it. Once you are following, you get it. Yeah, so let's just go back to her. You listen to the callers, they're just commending what you are doing. But yes, you can re-emphasize. Okay, let me just take this last person, please. Good morning. They call going in the corner. Good morning. Yeah, take that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Okay. Good morning. But who's this person? Anyway, madam, you listen to the callers. Like I said, most of them are commending the work you are doing, blessing that, or praying that some resources will come your way to continue with what you are doing. But let's go ahead. You can restate the date for the program, what you'll be doing, and then you can announce your number. We can do all of that just in 3 minutes, please.
Okay, the date will be on the 17th Saturday, right by Mount Water there to the Myean office. We will gather there to give thanks and praises to God for reaching all this far. It will also be our 3rd year and it frustrates within the organization since we founded it. And then the public is welcome. Everybody is welcome. We are here to pray that Liberia be able to get a transformation. Please, thank you for all your calls and the other fellow call and say to see young woman. You know, I'm not the one Ansu say I'm not very, very young. I'm about 54 years old. Yeah, but because of what I'm doing, God gave me more grace and more strength and beauty and all is adding because of what I'm doing. Because this is what God requires of us to go after those lost ones. If we do it, untimely death will not be our portion. We'll be either be in a car accident will occur and we will come up as a victor. Yes, nobody will go and steal from us. In this children, I tell you, somebody even when I was building the place when they steal, I call somebody, then I say they transform. Let cement with them, they sold the cement. But when I met him, he said, Mother, I said, go. Mother, I said, if you don't confess, you will die for this sickness because what I'm doing is God that commissioned me to do it. He said, no, Mother, I won't die. I sold the cement to one Kobo woman. We went there. I charged her 3,000 because we are the parents, some of us that making the children to go and see them within a corner to buy from them. Another boss saw a mother frying pan. I went there. The old man said, grandma said, when you not pray for the boy to bring my something, my frying pan will kill him. I said, no, oh man. I call him in the corner and they can listen to me. They respect me. He said, oh man, I 400 I sold that frying pan with. But I will not show my face with that red here. Opposite he was. I went there. The woman was a friend and she gave me the frying pan. I brought it. That old man gave me iron gate to be able to install it to our office. So because of what I'm doing, this is why God is keeping me strong and I'm receiving more grace. So please let us tap into this thing. Let us support this organization, Liberian and even non-Liberian. It's all about the betterment of Liberia. In Jesus' name, my number is 07700250028.
So take your time, please. Yeah, take your own time.
Okay, 077
077
00
00
25
25
028.
028.
Yes.
Yes, okay. 0770-025-028.
Then the loan side is
Mm.
08866
088
66
66
32
32
818.
818. Yeah, so that's the number of Madam Emilia Catwan, Grass of Grace, this morning, stopping by here on the True Breakfast Show, talking about her organization launching program for the 17th of this month. She also said t-shirts, cap are also out, so you can call her number and then support her program, folks. Thanks so much, Madam Catwan, for stopping by. We wish you the best of luck in your program.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for coming, and thanks to folks who call to contribute and also make some commitment. We're hoping that yes, people will reach out to you since you have announced your numbers. Some people who are passionate about this thing will also come through. So thank you for coming. We're not seeing our sports people, you know, Naomi Tapia and Edwin Batafoyan are supporters of Barcelona. So I don't know what no, this is not fair to the public. Yeah, it is not fair. So you think I was really happy this morning to come and do the show, but this is my work. I need to come and do my work.
So
So
the silence
the
and
late-
disappearance of our
I'm
sports
not,
supporters
I'm not even
is
sure.
caused by Ita.
It's sponsored by Inter Milan. Even the absence of our DG
Yeah.
this morning, they ain't gonna wear it. I don't know when you're gonna wear that. But yes, let's take a commercial break. We'll be back shortly. This is the Truth Breakfast Show on Truth 96.1 FM. This break, we'll be right back.
Tell what happened to you so today? Worry, I need to pay my daughter's school fee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday. I finish. I get Nothing.
But not problem there at all. It's possible you can still pay tomorrow.
No, that came on another level. I'm not joking. If you can't help me, check me loan.
Yeah, I can help you. Let me ask you, have you heard about
that once you download the app, it's free. No data business before you use the app.
Wow, this is so interesting.
Tired of juggling different apps to stay connected? Live life to the max with Orange Max It. For more information, call 111 or find us on Facebook at Orange Liberia. Orange.
The Bureau of State-Owned Enterprises will hold a 4-day stakeholders engagement with state-owned enterprises on governance and domestic resource mobilization from May 7th to the 10th in Ganta, Nimba County. The stakeholders engagement will center around promoting transparency, accountability, and efficiency in the SOE sector, with key focus on oversight challenges within the sector, pending PFM reforms, SOE's financial contributions, and the government's planned reform for state-owned enterprises, EU budget support, and a review of tax collection and payment of SOEs. Day 3 of the engagement will discuss an overview of SOEs' tax responsibilities, and a tax clinic for SOE will be discussed to include personnel income tax, contract staff withholding, and goods and services tax. The 4-day stakeholders engagement is organized by the Bureau of State Enterprises and will run from May 7th to the 10th in Ganta, Nimba County. The President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Numa Barker, is expected to grace the stakeholders engagement and serve as keynote speaker. The Bureau of State-Owned Enterprises, promoting
Yes, so welcome back to the Truth Breakfast Show. The BSE is having that event starting today in Ganta, Nemba County, and yes, we hope to have updates maybe around 2 o'clock today on news and analysis. Again, our sponsors Orange Liberia, the biggest GSM company in the country, and EcoBank Liberia, the Pan African Bank. You can do business with these institutions, and we are grateful that they are partner with us here on the Truth Breakfast Show. So, yes, our guest is here this morning, the Honorable Commissioner, one of the youngest in this administration. He's here this morning as our guest. Ansu?
Yes, we have us this morning the commissioner of the township of Congo Town, the oldest Congo Town, right?
I know what they always say, oldest. Now Johnson Matama know the oldest Congo time. So we'll call Johnson to come. Yes, but the commissioner is here, so you tell us what is it. But Honorable Commissioner, good morning. It's great to have you this morning.
Good morning, and it's a humbling pleasure sharing this platform with you this morning. And I'm very pleased that we can sit in to have a conversation about ODS Congo Town and some of the things that affect our country in general.
So I can be looking for you. I can see you.
The man also been a while.
Yeah.
I will tell you right here now. You explain.
Okay.
It's good to have you. That's just joke. But yes, tell us how is the office before we talk about the township in general.
Yeah, so currently the office is functional, and that was one of the deficiencies we had when we took over. We took over a office that was not functional administratively, and there was this disconnect between the citizens and stakeholders of the township and that office. So we were able to build that bridge. Currently, there is a coordination between community leaders and the office of the township commissioner. We have stakeholders engaging our office. We are also engaging stakeholders. There is this mutual exchange for the purpose of the decentralization, which have to do with the equal participation of all citizens in government activities. And we can see clearly here that the citizens of Congo Town are participating in activities that should change Congo Town and Liberia at large.
Has the challenges since taking office? Are you working towards some of the challenges the township been faced with?
Yeah, we took over a very challenged township, and let me say clearly that local governance in our country have not been accepted fully. The function of our country is still centralized. So that is one of the biggest challenge. So decentralizing the various functions of government so that local structures can be active and functional is something that is very challenging. But over time, we are trying to create that awareness so that local governance can be accepted. That will make our various offices functional as commissioners.
Since taking out office, honorable commissioner, I know there are some things you've been fighting, you've been observing, things that residents been faced with. You've been fighting all the necessary activities that in the township. Tell us, since taking out office.
Yeah, there are a lot of things citizens were faced with. So we were also faced with the issue of a lot of the communities having or the issue of flooding,
Mm.
and that issue still persists. But gradually, we are working with the community leaders to make sure intervention in those areas. There were the situation of massive encroachment on the wetland. We have been creating awareness, and quite recently, the EPA have intensified that. We are carrying on some enforcement to send out a message. And we are continuously working with our people to make sure that we maintain the situation of the encroachment on the wetland so that it doesn't go beyond what it is now. We also had a situation where citizens felt not part of the township activities,
Yeah.
and that should not be the case. The only way we can transform this country and take it to where it's supposed to be is when all of the citizens see governance as their responsibility. They have to get involved, they have to participate. When I was coming to the station, I listened to you talking about people from the community taking racks from the road,
Mhm.
which is very not acceptable. We should start to appreciate development. I see a lot of Liberians going to Ghana, Sierra Leone, and other countries When they go to these countries, they do videos of those countries, appreciating the development there. Those countries didn't get to where they are now by magic or by whatsoever means we think. They worked towards it, and citizens participated in those activities. And that is the reason why we believe that the president of the Republic of Liberia have emphasized more on the localization of this country. And that is the reason why you see the Senate pass an act to create the Ministry of Local Government, because some of the things that we are lacking from a very long time can be achieved through the localization and the devolution of power in our country. Other African countries that we appreciate so dearly today, they made move and they made efforts through their localization. Citizens were participating.
Yeah.
What we expect from community dwellers is that if you see a team working on your road, you should go there and give some voluntary service, because if that road is constructed, it will change your living condition. Imagine if you're riding on that road and before you get on the Mikota, your whole head dusty because of the dust, and now you have a pavement there. You will have that freedom of not reaching on the road and buying mineral water to wash your head. So we should start to appreciate these things, and when it comes to us, we should participate in making sure that those activities that the government is bringing to us is achieved at a certain level so that our community can change.
Right. That's so great. All right. So on to one of the main issues in which we decided to bring you on. In recent time, you launched this anti-drugs awareness program just a few days ago. You're one person, a very young man, since taking office. You have been very strong indeed, being against the issue of drugs. So tell us about the awareness program, and who are those that you're working with in making sure that Concord or other part of Liberia you can deal with for the issue of drugs.
Yeah, so a lot of the times we walk around this country, not only Congo Town, all parts of Liberia is affected by the issue of drugs abuse. And sometimes we walk around, we see young men who many a times we believe holds the future of this country. Withering with glazed eyes, sore legs, and sometimes they are still suspended. Their body is still suspended, and you will see them at a certain level where you think they are about to fall, but they are not falling.
Sleeping with the head.
Yeah. And normally what we see is that people will film them, and they will use those films on social media, dehumanizing those young men because of their situation. We believe that should not be the case. That is a situation that is affecting our country gradually that we need to pay attention to. And one of the things that we notice is that there have not been sufficient information provided to those who have not started taking the drugs yet. So as a township, we decided to launch this activity involving the schools and the community that falls within our jurisdiction, so that we provide more information to those who have not started taking drugs, those who have not interacted with it yet, so that we be able to provide some kind of information to them so that they understand the effect of the drugs, using evidence of some of those who have already been affected to prove to them that if you take this, these are some of the things that will be happening to you. Because none of those young men who go to the ghettos, who go to the favorite beaches to get into drugs abuse, they do so because they don't have the information. Sometimes the first time they receive information about the drugs is the man who's telling them to try it. We believe it is our responsibility as leaders of this country to provide more information to young men and women so that they can be informed about the effect of those drugs so that they cannot get involved with it. So on the 24th of April, we launched a anti-drugs awareness program with the team providing information to community and schools for the purpose of reducing new users. We don't want more new users going in. What we see currently is that you go to the ghetto, you take one man from there, you rehabilitate him, and the next day 10 new person going there. We want to make sure that number reduce. When we reduce that number, we can be able to tackle those who are already affected so that we can transform them, so that we give them a second chance to contribute to their country and society like this.
Why going to the schools?
The reason we are going to the school, take for example, yesterday we toured the various beaches in the township. It will shock you to note that young men of school-going age, some of them in their uniform, they got the shoes on, they got the shades on, they got their book bags. They are on the beach during school hours. Some of them have already started to take what we call opium. They already started smoking it. I met a young man yesterday who told me he's in Stars University. He was stone high, sitting on the beach. He told me he lived all the way Johnsonville. We believe that if we don't take seize of some of these situations, it will go out of hand and a lot of young men and women will be affected. There was a certain point in time during that tour, I can say this very clearly, there was an unfinished building that when we were getting close to the building, a lot of young men and women started to run out of that building. Many of them I saw are below the ages of 15 and 16. And my dear brother, Ansu, there was a young woman running out of that building, barely naked. So that means when they go to these places and they consume these substances, they get involved with other harmful activities like, uncontrollable sex and all those kind of things. We cannot allow these things to continue to happen. So our engagement with the beaches yesterday, some of the information we provided today, you cannot allow school-going kids to camp on the beach during school hours. If you do that, we'll work along with other relevant authorities. We will close the beach.
You think going to work for you?
We are going to make sure we do that. We are going to make sure that we put a team together that we consistently patrol on the beaches beginning now. Because if we don't do that, a lot of young men who their parentings are in school, they are not in school, they are on the beaches. That's why sometimes the report card comes and you see a lot of incomplete. Your child is not in school. They are going to the beaches, they are going to unsafe areas and getting involved with all kind of activities. So we are going to work with other relevant authorities to make sure that there are some kind of enforcement to make sure students are in school during school hours. They should not be on the beach. They should not be taking in substances. They should not be into activities that will create harm for them in their future.
The township is very big, Concord Town. I don't know what the office is putting in place of working on with for the LDA in terms of establishing some of their sub offices to some strategic area. I don't know whether you have such on your plate.
Yeah, so during the launch of the anti-drugs awareness program, the DEA was represented and the Ministry of Health was also represented. We have various lawmakers from districts that made up the township of Congo Town also represented. And what we brought all these people together for was for a holistic intervention. So we believe that after the launch of that program, we will continue to engage while we create this awareness. We'll continue to engage with these relevant authority so that we take some swift action to make sure that proactively we can resolve some of the issue of drugs abuse and other harmful activities within the jurisdiction of the township of Congo Town.
You have just part of the beaches, so you will say yes, indeed. Will contribute, to when it comes to drugs issue. But you have the bikes, you have these entertainment centers in the township, in the country. I don't know whether you are going to engage the heads of some of the major entertainment centers, especially and where you have the kids out there.
Yeah, So we have to work on several other things, right? We cannot have kids who have not reached the age going to nightclubs, getting involved with, consuming alcohol and other substances. So we can also work with other authorities to make sure that we can curtail that. That is a national issue. It's not only about Congo Town. Nationally, we have to engage some of those issues because when you see the way the country is going, there are a lot of changes and it is negatively impacting the young generation that we need to pay attention to. And we have seen quite recently, there have been a lot of crackdown on some of those bringing in the drugs. We believe the government and the DEA should intensify the process of apprehending those who are bringing the drugs into the Republic of Nigeria. Because these are the people who are creating the situation that is damaging our young generation. We need to go high on those who are bringing the drugs into this country. If we don't do that, there will be more drugs coming in and those young men will be getting damaged. So we see it's some kind of change now. You see a lot of, people who are into drug selling, they have been arrested, some of them taken to court. That is the kind of action we want. That is the kind of action that we should take. And that is the action we believe as a government will continue to go on, and we will make sure that this can be curtailed at a certain level.
I've been knowing everyone for a very long time. When it comes to education, you are very, very strong. You one person who want to see better education for young people. The was just around the corner. What is exactly the commissioner office is doing?
Yeah, so for the first time in the history of the township of Congo Town, we will be bringing together 12 graders from various schools within the township.
That's a huge number, though.
Yeah. The recent program we have, we brought together close to over 300, 300 students, and we will anticipate bringing all of the 12 graders in a room where we can create a situation where they can be brushed up, they can be, enlightened, and we want to bring somebody who will also lecture them on preparation for public tests, because sometimes some of these students they don't come out positively in the test because they are not smart. No, sometimes it is because of the way they engage the test. So we want to make sure we provide information on how they should engage the test, and then we can break them up in English, mathematics, and other subjects that that will be key to the test. I listened to the news this morning, and the wise boss was very clear on certain things. The reason why we have all of this issue of flexibility fee and all these things that are happening is because a lot of the time the schools create this impression that they will assist the student in passing the test through their intervention when it comes to the students in the hall. That should not be the case. We should prepare the students before they go to the hall, so that when they enter the hall, they will have this confidence, they will be able to engage the test. And then after the test, we have to start to compare the numbers in our various areas. If we are in Congo Town, whatever place we are, how many students passed last year? How many students passed this year? How can we improve on the number of students that should be passing the test? And we should prepare them over time. We are doing it 2 days this year, but if possibility exists next year, we will increase the time so that we prepare the students before they go to the hall. So that when they go to the hall, there will be this confidence to engage the test, and we expect that most students will come up with flying
You
colors.
think it's another good step too?
Yes, it's very good, and I will encourage every local government structure in the Republic of Liberia to take that step. We need to get involved with education. That is the purpose of the decentralization. We should be able to help central government in engaging some of the problems that face the country and in various sectors. And education is one of the key areas that this government is paying attention to. And I believe, as the head of the township of Congo Town, it is my responsibility to make some impact and intervention in every areas that will help to improve the government agenda.
Is it in line with for the school authority? Are you engaging them?
Yes, we've been engaged with the school authority since I took over as commissioner. We have meeting with the private school administrators. We have meeting with the public school administrator. They created their own team, and they have been working closely with our office. That is why when we engage the school, sometimes it's very successful because of our engagement with the administrators.
And well, he's the commissioner of the township for Johnson, not Johnsonville, but the oldest Concord. Yeah, we'll put the oldest Concord in.
Yeah.
Of Concord this morning on the Troop Breakfast show. Are the other things we left you want to show light on?
Yeah. Quite recently, we were able to create opportunity for a few people,
Hmm.
and that was through our collaboration with the Monrovia City Corporation. When we took over, there was an agreement that was on the table, and we sat with the mayor of Monrovia, Honorable John Charles Shafa, and we reviewed that agreement, and we make the agreement to the point where now it's workable for both jurisdictions, both the township of Congo Town and Monrovia. So one of the issues that we are faced with as a country is the era of unemployment. And that is somewhere that we believe as various municipalities that we need to pay attention to. So when you go to Pinsville, you will see people sweeping the street. You will see them involved with sanitation. You go to Johnsonville, you go to Monrovia, you come to Congoton. We want to make sure that these things are maintained in making sure that more young men and women are busy, somewhere so that they can get some ends meet. So quite recently we recruited 30 person, to add on to the number of the team that we have in the township. They are involved with sanitation work. And there was also opportunity for two of our stars will be going to India for advanced study. And these things never used to happen before. what we want to continue to do is to make sure that we make these various local structure working for the people. If the various local structure all over the country, if they are working for the people, it will help to change a lot of things. And so we who are limited when it comes to resources and logistics, we collaborate with the bigger cities, and those cities and us can now collaborate to make sure we resolve some of the issues that are faced with the township. Now,
is it going to be a continual a process where creating more avenue for young people in the township where when the opportunity come for job, you having to place them. They just talk about the PCC, right?
yeah,
Yeah, you were able to get 30%,
yeah.
giving an opportunity to work alone for the PCC. Is it going
MCC,
to
MCC.
MCC? Is it going to be a continual process? More opportunity come, get more young people on board.
We have always been exploring opportunity for the young people since we got here. We have given vocational scholarships. We have created opportunity. When I took over the office, there were only 4 staffs. Currently, as I speak to you, we have close to 60% actively working at the township, regularly compensated by us, and we added 30 there. So you mean we're going up to 90, close to 100 now, right? So those people were now actively involved with the township activity when we took over. What we are doing, we are increasing the number there so that more people can be involved in their various areas and they can participate in transforming their various local areas. So the new 30 people we brought will add to the 60, some more people, then it will be 90 some more, right?
Mm.
Over time, we will explore other opportunities to bring on more people. There were some people that we sent to vocational
Do you have
schools.
the resources for that?
You don't always have to have the resources. The position we sit in, you have to lobby, you have to reach out to people, you have to engage. And your engagement should come, it should provide result for the people, not you. So part of the things you see we do is not because we have resources stuck somewhere. No, we are not even covered in the national budget of the Republic of Liberia. No way. But what we do is that we try to make sure that we use innovation, continuous engagement with stakeholders and other government ministries and agencies to provide opportunity for our people. That is our core responsibility as leaders of this very local jurisdiction. And that's what we are doing. So we're not wait to have money somewhere in the bank before we make some move. No, we will continue to engage, we'll continue to make some move that will help to improve the livelihood of our people in the township of Congo Town. And I believe the way I see local governance, the shape it is taking now in this country, you go to various parts of the country, Johnsonville, Carwell, and other places, there are massive transformation, and we believe that there should be more attention to local governance because there where the foundation and the growth of this country lies. If we pay attention to the localization of this country, we will make a lot of progress. One of the recommendations we want to make, because we can always look at just we can look at just one side of the story, right?
Okay.
There was a situation where we condemn the people who are taking the rock from on the road for the construction of the road in Magibi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, can we also have a conversation with those who are carrying on those projects? Did they recruit young men and women from that local area to be a part of that project, even as non-skilled workers, to provide opportunity for them? Are we asking that question?
Mm.
That is a question that we should ask. And if the answer is no, we should now start to recommend to some of these companies who are carrying on projects in these various areas so that they can recruit some of these local people so that they can be a part of the project so that it can create opportunity for them. That is something we have to look at. Because we say we are spreading this project out. We can be taking people from Monrovia to go and work in Kakata. No. You can be doing a job in Congo Town, and then you take people from different part of the country to come there to do non-skill work while we have young men and women in Congo Town who are sitting and not doing anything. We are about to begin the construction of the overhead bridge. We will engage those who are going to carry on that project so they can see they can find a way
Yeah.
to recruit some of the young men who reside in Congo Town so that they can be a part of that project. Every opportunity we have, it should create a life transforming and a life changing situation for the citizens that reside therein. So we will be looking forward to a national recruitment of local people
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the implementation of some of the government projects, programs, and policies. The people who reside there, let's make them to be a part of it. Let's get them involved. We have to tell them the importance of these projects. You see the overhead bridge? The citizens of Congo Town, we are making sure to continuously keep them aware that this bridge will be constructed. You know, to see development coming is very difficult, but over time we will appreciate it. I see we go to Ghana, we go to Abidjan, we take video of overhead bridges. Few years from now, we will recall a video of our own overhead bridge.
Are those property owners reaching out to your office because of for the demolition exercise?
The demolition exercise began long time ago. Some of the people were compensated before their property were demolished.
Yeah.
A large batch, quite recently were also compensated by the Ministry of Public Works. Some of them, their property have not even yet been demolished. And those demolitions will go on over time if necessary. We should start to appreciate development as a country. We can't be going to other people's country and be doing fan video and come out of our country, then we able to do video. Let's do video here too. We should graduate from taking picture in the Calabar bathroom and take picture on the street and put it on Facebook. In other countries, the reason why we appreciate going to this country is because they project. Yeah. We should now start to accept, development in a way that we can project our country as one of the best places for people to come. What we see on Facebook is not what citizens should be doing for Liberia. If you project a bad image for your country, people will not come to your country. You go into Ghana, if you're sleeping in hotel, Ghana is getting money from you sleeping to the hotel there in Ghana. It's improving your economy. Why are you not creating opportunity or a situation where other people will be attracted to come into Liberia so they can sleep in our hotel and bring money to our economy? We have to start thinking about projecting our country as one of the best in Africa. We are the ODS. You understand? A young man from Abidjan was talking to me the other day. He said in 1960, when the president of Abidjan came to Liberia, he saw Hotel Africa. And he started to ask for the engineers who constructed that building. He said, I want to build that same thing in Africa. Mm-hmm. He took the engineers from here and when they constructed that same building in Abidjan, it's there. Right? People were copying from Liberia. In the 1970s, JFK was the best referral hospital in sub-Saharan Africa. What kind of name we giving JFK now? We need to start positively impacting these various sectors so that we can maintain the status we had before as a country. And that can only happen if we carry out more citizen involvement in some of the activities. Citizens' participation is key in the transformation of any country. China is 75 years old. Some of the projects China carried out, there were a lot of citizen participation. I speak to young people every day and I tell them, we as young people need to start getting ready to volunteer for our country.
You have gotten so much, so much involved for the young people in the township, the creating job opportunity for them, better education indeed, tackling drugs abuse. I don't know, the old folks, they are monitoring the old man, our pub, the market women, they're listening to you.
We are involved with our old people. A lot of the times I receive guests, they are older people. We engage them sometimes. Last year during getting close to the season, we reached out to them. We were interacting with them. We have some old folks also working at the township. There are some older people there also working and providing service for the township as well.
Okay.
And the older people, all generations are involved in the township activities. And we are pleased that we can receive the kind of support that we are receiving from residents of the township of Congo Town. And we want to encourage our various community leaders. We now have the responsibility to create positive distraction for our children. Community leaders, some communities have revenue generation streams. Let me tell you, there is a community, they have parking lot. Our parking lot generate 200,000, 150,000 a month. That money could be directed to some kind of development in the community. We cannot continue to wait for central government all the time. No. Okay. That is why you are controlling this area. Some of the community, the only football field they have, the football field gone. So the young people, they just there, they ain't got nothing to do. And we said an idle man is the devil workshop. We all now need to start to create positive distraction for the young people in our various communities. If we don't do that, the young people, they will be bold. They will not have anything to do, and then they will start getting involved with other activities. You see, normally in my office, we engage the young people in the schools. we having interaction with them, it's because we want to keep them busy and distracted positively. I was having an interaction with the Cuban ambassador. She said normally they got this team of police officers, they will just go to the community, they put the football down, they start playing. Before you go low, the feet get back. So young people. They're not only playing football, they're monitoring them also. So once you on our feet, you are being monitored. You can't do anything ugly. We need to start getting involved with these young people in the community. We cannot leave them. Some of the community, when they fee we got, they protect the fee. That keep the young people busy. Some people got basketball court. Keep the basketball court. Let the young people come there. Sometimes create activities to distract them so that they can be leaving the community and going far places on the beach, taking all kind of things. And then from there, before you go low, those children start getting different. We need to get involved with them.
Before I go to the formula, I'm seeing too much of energy. I'm seeing too much of energy, too much of passion. Whatever commissioner, it's like this issue of where people been doubting that this job is too big for everyone. The township Congo town is too big. It's like you are just moving smoothly though.
Yeah, when I took over, I was on my community tour and I met an old man in the Oro community, Mr. Washington, and he said something to me. He said, "You men, young men, are the driving force for development in Liberia. This job that you have is something that you should take very seriously. If you don't do it, nobody else will do it." So, as a young man sitting in this capacity, I see it as my responsibility to make every necessary impact that I can make to help to transform the people, the life of the people of Congo Town and even beyond. We need to see this country as a country that we have to develop. This is where we come from. This is where we will be. We got intention to go live anywhere. The way sometimes young people, you see, one of the problems we have, that's why you see we keep finding opportunity to get more young people busy. Unemployment is an issue that we need to address. And so you see the government is trying to create different kinds of opportunity. You see they created the SOE program. Those young people came and they did some work, they got some money. Over time, the government will create another program. Once we start to keep these young people busy and we make sure that they are part of some of the activities of the government and the country, we'll start to reduce some of the issues of crime, illicit drugs abuse. All those things will start to reduce gradually. So I think we are on the pathway to that. And as a young man, I believe it is my responsibility to continue to maintain this energy.
That's your rapport with your lawmakers. How many districts do we have there in Congo Town?
We have 4 districts that made up the township. Four districts that made up the township. We have District 6, where Samuel Ennis. We have a very good relationship. He and I were on the program for the launch of the anti-drugs awareness program. We also attended quite recently. We attended a community leadership induction together. Madam Priscilla Cooper of District Number 5. That's my owner Oma there. Very, very good relationship, and we have been very cooperative when it comes to some of the interventions in the township. Representative Safuku, District Number 9. Also involved with some of the activities of the township. As a young man in the representative district number 10, there are some issues that can come. You will say, you'll go to the commissioner office. So all of the lawmakers that made up Congo Town and I, we have a very cordial relationship. If that was not so, some of the activities that I will be doing, they will not come there. They will not be in attendance. No, but normally they will come to these activities and they will be a part of it. Physical, moral support, and that is something that I need. And all of the people, the community leaders, some youth groupings. There are some young men who come to my office sometimes and they say, "Chief, we can't volunteer on this other activity," and they will volunteer. They say, "We want no money from you. You're young, and what we see you doing is motivating us. So we believe the only option we got is to join you so that we can achieve this." The program we're planning for the students, the 12th graders, are young men in control in our program. They come from different communities. Some of them come from Johnsonville. Some of them come from Kusaville. Some of them from Congo Town. They combine. They said, we got to help. Because just imagine if I was not going to be passionate about some of the things I'm doing. These young men were never going to be attracted to coming to make their contribution. But we see them coming around because we want to be an example that when we leave this position, other young men who will have the opportunity, they will continue to bring the energy to help to transform my people.
Why? All right, folks. So you can call us on 0776 The numbers to call and talk to the Commissioner Edward Lahai from the township of Congo time this morning. Yeah, on the True Breakfast Show 0776 72 Good morning. You are live. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the voice of Johnson P. yet again. I call from the second.
Okay, let's hear you.
Good morning to the Commissioner in Tito and good morning to the peace loving citizen of Liberia. Firstly, I want to commend the Commissioner for a high level of work he's carrying on in the township, but especially when it comes to young people, helping young people to get clarification on what they're supposed to do. Is one of the important things that many leaders in the country need to pay key attention to. Because when the people don't have direction of what they're supposed to do or not, if they will do what they are not supposed to do, like our country will not go the way it's supposed to go.
Okay.
So appreciating for everything. And I also call on national government to see how best they can assist the commissioner in making sure that majority activity go on smoothly. So thank you.
You're welcome. 0776 9274 72 0776 9274 72. The numbers to call this morning and talk to the Commissioner Edward Lahai from the township for Congo time this morning. He's here on the Breakfast Show. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Chris Pamuka. I'm calling from Deanfield. I'd just like to tell our honorable man, thank you for a good job doing, and pray that he continue. I just took get in the very late, but I want to know what is the relationship between he and the present city major of Deanfield, whether they had a very good relationship, and what they plan they have for these people who call Zoko in the community of Deanfield, because they are very, very, very plenty in our community, in our township. What are some of the plans you get for them? Thank you very much.
All right. He's taking note. 0776 9274 72 0776 9274 72. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning.
Okay.
And good morning to my commissioner of the office.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
Ansu, calling from Congo Town.
Okay, Marcel.
Yes, I'm officially in there woman. I thank you ever so much for the hard work you're doing here. So I was the first person I called today. I say the commissioner coming in office.
Oh.
I say I will come to your office on Monday by the place of God. I will look for somebody to bring me to your office. Because the trash can that was right here, people used to clean the bin till they carry it across the road to Peace Island Junction. All the people in the community that to my place is talking this. And I told Atayo the give to Zogo to bring it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So yes.
Thank you for the hard work.
Okay. 0776 9274 72. The numbers to call this morning. 776 9274 72. Talk to our Commissioner Lai this morning, yeah, from the township of Concotam. Good morning. Yeah, go ahead. Can you please walk away from your monitor? Can you please walk away from the radio design?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to commend my brother in studio this morning, Edward Laha. Yes, as I'm so proud of him. These are people we are looking for in the government. Some people will take the position, but they can't do the work. I want to really appreciate him. He's doing extremely well. He goes around seeing all to make sure that everything that's supposed to be done in the community is done. Other people will take the position, but they can't do anything. We pray that we have leaders like him.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for participating. Few more calls, then we'll get back to the commissioner. 0776 9274 72. The numbers to call. this morning. Caller, your live.
Morning.
Yeah.
Okay, and so this is Mountain Gozo Samonja. I phoned in from the grounds of the Capitol building.
Okay.
All right, so let me say good morning to the astute, honorable Lord Mayor Commissioners of Congo, from the Edward Hotala. You see, so you asked the commissioner question. You said, oh, you took over the Congo Township. It seems to be that the job will have for you, but that you are running ahead like the job is not something that hard for you. But you see, truth be told, for some of us who know Comrade Laha, he is an individual who understands innovation. The young man is an issue-driven individual who understands how to get results. So for the father, he had given the opportunity by the president to serve our country. I think in my mind, he will work beyond the expectations of all of us, regardless of where you come from, where you see yourself as a human. But the country is doing well. We want to stand with him. We want to give him a salute, and we want to encourage him to move. The issue of young people taking drugs is something that is affecting our generation. And to see a common commissioner taking the fight to the doorstep, making sure that our generation revive those things that will affect the young people is unplugged for him. So I want to say thank you, my dear brother. Continue to serve our country, continue to make our generation proud as we all look forward for bigger world. Thank you very much.
Thanks for participating. Thanks to all of you for calling. So let's get back to the commissioner for respond. Want to respond to some of the callers?
Yeah, so there was a caller who was concerned about my relationship with the mayor of Painesville. Yeah, I said between two cities. It's not easy to function between two cities. So the best you can do is to have a very good relationship with the both mayors. And I have a very good working relationship with Mayor John Sherry Safa. I have a collaboration agreement with him and Honorable Robert Bestman, who is also an urban specialist. Sometimes we look up to him for advices and we have a very good relationship. There are times that we have some issues and we are stuck. We will call on him and he will make some intervention. So we have a very good relationship with both Mayor Bestman and Mayor Siafa. Another issue is the issue of waste. One of the callers raised that issue.
Mm-hmm.
We have encouraged businesses, and I told my clerk to do an announcement to put on the radio. We have encouraged businesses, we have encouraged community leaders to stop the illegal disposal of waste. We also find on some community people taking the dirt and putting it in the swamp. You taking the dirt, you carrying it to other people's houses. No. What we did was that we encouraged waste management groups
Mm-hmm.
to come to Congo Town. And currently we have over 4-5 groups that are there, 2 SME and the other ones are CBEs. We encouraging business owners. We'll start to do the enforcement very soon after the radio announcement. We are encouraging business owners, community leaders, get involved with these waste management companies so that they can properly remove and dispose of your waste. We don't want people giving their waste to people who will take it and bring it right back in the community. No. You give your waste to these people, they don't carry it anywhere. They wait for you to sleep and they bring it right back to your house. They say, are you going to me? I'll give it back to you. So we don't want that. We want those who are doing businesses, various community leaders, work with your community citizens so that you can now start to create a situation where their waste can be properly removed and disposed. In communities, we'll be encouraging community leaders. If the community can find a spot that they can protect and keep their waste for that waste to be removed weekly, we will also work along with them for that to be done so that we can have the waste spread all over the place. You know, when I took over, there were waste all over Congo Town. We did our best, we fought, and we reduced stockpile of waste on the main street. We want to maintain that sanity. So that's why every time I see waste stockpile somewhere, I will work him. There are times that we call private waste management group and we pay them money to remove those waste. It should not be like that. Citizens have to now start taking responsibility to pay for their waste collection is expensive, we know. But the waste companies that are within the Congo Town and other areas, they are very reasonable. Let's work with them to make sure that we reduce waste in our various communities. So we'll be looking forward to continuously engaging our people so that together we can work on solving a lot of these problems that are faced with our township and the Republic of Liberia.
Your parting comment.
I want to say thank you very much to the True FM family. And Sue, I want to be grateful to you for this invite. I want to say to our people of Congo Town, thank you for always supporting us in every program policies that we try to implement. We'll be looking forward to your continuous cooperation. And I can always say, and I will say again before I leave, let's keep working together to make Congo Town and Liberia great again. Thank you very much.
Thanks for stopping by this morning and especially for honoring our invitation. Come here this morning, Honorable Edward Lahai, the Commissioner for the Township of Concord Town, this morning on the breakfast show. Folks, we have to go. Thanks to Madam Myean Kagonshu and everyone stop by to provide information from her organization. The TBS will turn out tomorrow morning at 7:30. I wish some Marka and Ansu again will be back here again to bring you the Thursday edition of For the True Breakfast. Have yourself a wonderful and a great May week from Dupo Road, Painesville City. My name is Ansu K. Sirleaf. Good morning again.